Chef John Cardona here with Barbeques Galore. If you are ready for some football, you will love this Eagle Fly Philly Cheesesteak. That is a mouthful, so you're going to enjoy it. First of all, we're going to start off with our ribeye. Make sure that you let your ribeye sit on paper towels and paper towels on top. This is going to allow it to be dry, and it's going to help that rub adhere to that meat a lot better. We're also going to rest it for about 20 minutes before throwing it on a grill or seasoning it with anything. If you're ever seasoning or pre-seasoning something like beef or any type of product, make sure you don't season it more than an hour in advance. Salt draws out moisture. It will dry out your meat. So what we're going to do now is grab some Snyder's prime rib roast rub. We're going to go ahead and put this right on our ribeye. And this rub goes a very long way. Has a lot of very well seasoned, a lot of seasoning on it. I'm going to rub it down, give it some love. And go ahead and flip it to the other side. Do the same thing with the other side. Add some rub on both sides. Grab some grapeseed oil on top. Grapeseed oil on bottom. Make sure that you preheat your grill on high heat. We're going to be utilizing that sear station. So if you happen to have a grill that has hot spots, that's where you want to drop your ribeye, because we don't want to cook these completely all the way through. We're going to slice them before they get cooked and throw them back on the grill on a cast iron skillet. So we're going to drop them over extreme high heat on that sear station. And we like spinning them around to make sure we get a nice caramelized crust on both sides. Once you get a really nice crust, you guys see this right here? That's a beautiful crust. Once you see that really nice crust, you want to drop it back on to the other side and do the same thing to the other side. Once both sides get crusty, you want to take this off the heat. So once both sides are nicely caramelized, just like that, put them on a cutting board. Make sure you rest them for about 3 minutes before you slice into them, and just every minute, just give them a little flip, just like so it can rest evenly. So normally, whenever it comes to eating a piece of steak from the grill, you always want to rest it for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the size of that protein. However, here's a different technique. We're going to throw it back on that cast iron skillet, and we're going to reheat it. This is still raw in the center, so we're going to slice it after about 3 minutes of resting versus 5 to 10. So the reason we're slicing it this thin is because we're going to throw it back on the grill after all the onions, the bell peppers, and the mushrooms are cooked. And it's just going to take about 20 seconds of this steaming to finish it off. And that's why I'm cutting it this thin. And normally when you get a Philly cheesesteak, you get really thin slices of meat. So we're going to be utilizing the cast iron skillet here to saute our onions, mushrooms, and bell peppers. First thing you want to do is make sure you oil your skillet just a little bit. I do have it on high heat, and you want to drop the onions on first. And the reason I drop the onions first is they need a little more time to caramelize. Once they start sweating just a little bit, you're going to go ahead and add the rest of your veggies. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and add our bells. Now, if you don't have a cast iron skillet, it's okay. You can absolutely use a barbecue topper if you have that. Once you see a little caramelization here on your bell peppers and your onions, you want to go ahead and grab your mushrooms and drop them directly right on there. You're going to go ahead and grab your rolls and just drop them on the top, like so. So once everything's caramelized, you're going to go ahead and grab your beef. Just drop it right on there. Over high heat. Turn them around a couple of times here. Now what you want to do is make yourself 4 portions here. We're going to grab our cheese, put it right on top. Just let this cheese melt. So now you're going to grab your meat, your cheese, your veggies. Just drop them right on top of that roll. You see that cheese? It's nice and stringy. It's delicious. It's melty. Oh yeah, baby. This is good stuff. This is money right here. To finish it off, all I'm going to do is just top it off with a little bit of sea salt right on top of these. And a little black pepper. And your Philly fly sandwich is ready to go.